All right, y'all, so this should be a pretty quick one, but you guys do know that I do be yapping, so there is that. Now, that being said, we're going to jump into SIGs and animations, and we're going to talk about them. However, disclaimer, I suck at this game. I'm really not good at dribbling. That's probably the thing I'm the worst at. So, if you want a proper dribble tutorial and how to learn how to dribble and just the mechanics of this game and the dribble mechanics of this game, watch Koza2K or Kevin Cruz. I subscribe to both of them. I really like both of their content. Koza's also the homie, so go support him. Now that that's said, we are going to jump in, look at my SIGs, and we're going to jump into my court, and I'm going to show you guys, you know, specific ones that I use. I don't want to go over dribbling too much. I did put up a video just recently of me labbing. There wasn't any information. It was just literal visual of me in the lab by myself in my court, just shooting around, testing out combos and all that. Now I look a lot better than I am, and even then I don't look great, but it's really easy when there's not a defender on you and when you have premeditated combos in your head. Once you get in the game, can you apply that? That's where there's a difference between like good players and bad players or whatever. So can I apply that in a real game scenario? Not really, but I'm working on it, and that's okay, right? We're working on this together. We're trying to figure it out. So all of that being said, a like, a comment, a sub, some of it, none of it, any of it, anything you guys do or don't want to do, I would appreciate it regardless. It helps me, it helps the channel grow, and I would love for you guys to be here and to be a part of that. So if you've made it this far, which hopefully isn't that far anyways, but I am going to show you guys as well how to get a compression shirt under your jersey, and I'm going to show you where short shorts are in the game if for some reason you still haven't found them. I'm not saying I'm giving any new information. It's already out there. People already know, but there's a lot of you in my comments saying things that I just think people already know, but you guys are here asking me these questions, and I'm like, why aren't you watching all these other big creators that I watch that I get all this information from? And here you are waiting on me. So that being said, we're going to talk about compression shirts, short shorts in the game, and where to get the Gold Rush leg sleeve, because those are a few questions and comments that have been asked. So let's get into it. Okay, so off the rip, as you guys can see, I do have the compression shirt on, but first let's talk about the short shorts. If you don't know where to get short shorts in the game, State Farm. Go to State Farm. State Farm has them. They've got a black pair, red pinstripes. They've got this red pair, another red pair, this tan pair. So if you guys don't have short shorts and you've been wondering where to get them in the game or just not able to find them, State Farm has them. Go to State Farm. Now the compression shirt is something a little different. Now I'm not going to walk you guys through this and show you, but just listen. This is super easy. All you have to do is own a compression shirt and own a jersey. Now when you're in the park, the regular park, put your jersey on. Cool? You got your jersey on. Now, open up your map, look for Triple Threat Park, go there. Once you go into Triple Threat Park, if you haven't been there yet, you may have to go through a couple of things, go through them, whatever. Now you're in there, right? Now, once you're in there, you literally just have to be in that part of the game or whatever it is, right? Once you're in there and you're just chilling, you're standing there, hit start, go to your player appearance, all that, go to close, go to top, and then go to wherever your compression shirt is and pick it. Now, if I pick it right now, it's gonna mess me up because I'm not there. But once you do that, you're good. You can leave, it stays on. Now, if you change outside of there, it's gonna take it off, and it's okay. You can just put it back on. You just have to do the same thing. But literally, if you just own a compression shirt, and if you own a jersey, just put the jersey on first before you go to Triple Threat Park. Then go to Triple Threat Park. And when you're in there, just hit start, go to your appearance, go to your clothes, click whatever undershirt, whatever compression shirt you want, and it will apply underneath the jersey that you have on. Boom, you're good. Quick little tip and trick. Now you guys know. And for the left leg calf sleeve, this gold one that I have on, all you're gonna do is go to Legend, the little sports store. So open up your map, look for Legend, go there, then go over to accessories, and then just go to leg. And then go to the left calf sleeve or right calf sleeve, and they will have this Gold Rush one in here, which is a nice shimmery gold one that is super drippy, I guess you would say. So quick little tips and tricks for you guys there. Just wanted to sneak them in here randomly. Didn't want to make a whole video on it, but those hopefully helped you out. I don't know. So let's get into what this video is actually about now. SIGs and animations. All right, so I'm not gonna go over my jump shot. However, I am not gatekeeping it. I am literally just using Chalk 2K's jump shot. Now, I shoot on set point. I believe he shoots on push. My blend is a little bit different, not in terms of 3770, but in terms of my visual cue blend is a little different than his, and he talks about it in his video. You've gotta, again, do what works for you. So again, I went to Chalk and a bunch of other creators. I ended up liking Chalk's the best out of all the jump shots that I tried. I tried like 6 or 7 of them, but either way, Chalk 2K. I'm literally just using his jump shot. So if you want it, go check his content out. You can get it there. Free throw, I'm using Michael Jordan. Layup style, we've got default small. I've just always used Michael Jordan since 2K20. I played 2K20, I played 2K24, and now I'm playing 2K25. And 2K20, my first 2K, I used Michael Jordan. I still use Michael Jordan. It's a literally 1, 2, 3 count, and you green it, and it's good. Now, if you have super low free throw, Carmelo Anthony has always been kind of like a little glitchy, cheesy one that you hit kind of all the time. So if you didn't know that, now you know. Layup style is default small because I'm not actually using it. I don't have layup invested into on this build, as you guys know. Dunk packages. Now, I want to tell you guys this. I'm not going to go through all my dunk packages, but I am going to give you where to go to get all of my dunk packages. Again, I just watch other creators. I guess I just do it so you guys don't have to, but I'm not trying to spit out their content as my own. So all of the dunk packages currently that I am running from Young Dirk. Young Dirk, he's a 2K guy as well. So look up Young Dirk on YouTube. If you guys haven't seen him or don't know who he is, you should. I don't know why you're here or how you're here and you don't know who he is, but Young Dirk, he put up a video on all the dunk packages. And again, honestly guys, this is just super simple, and this is going to be the same thing with all of the playmaking moves and all of the SIGS and animations in general. He just did the work in watching all of the animations and trying other animations and then just put it out. Now, I've tried a bunch of animations as well, but what I mean is like when you're going through SIGS and stuff, and we'll talk about it I guess when we get there, but like when you're going through SIGS, a lot of it is just watching the actual animation that they show you that the SIG is and looking at it and being like, oh, I think I like that, I'm gonna try that. You know, that's literally it. So dunk packages, same thing. You want to look for ones that you're getting a fast takeoffs from further away, ones that are quick, like not just fast takeoff, but fast like dunk to the rim. Ones that aren't cocking it back too far, otherwise they're gonna get blocked. Ones that aren't doing tomahawks way wide, because then you're gonna get blocked, right? You're just looking for quick, fast, and long range, so to speak, for dunk styles. Go-to shot, Bryce Sensabaugh. Now, I just run that because of Koza, but I do enjoy it. It is good. There's a couple other ones I like, but go-to shot, pretty much this is the one that I'm running. So we'll go over it when we get in there, but these are my SIGs and animations. All right, these are my SIGs and animations. Now, the ones that I'm gonna specifically talk to you guys about are gonna be the dribble pull-up, my hop jumper, my post fade, my post hop shot, my escape moves, my regular breakdown combo, my aggressive breakdown combo, and my hesitation and my step back. Other than that, like, this is all just preference, guys. It's really all just preference. Now, again, I may have showed you, or I may be showing you content that I put up the other day of me just in the lab messing with this, but these are all of the SIGs and animations I had on in that video. So that's how they can kind of combo together. But again, you just have to get in there and make them work for you, because again, like, I had 3 or 4 different animations because I had all of Koza's animations. And then after being in the lab, I was like 3 hours in my court just labbing, I guess. And I was like, okay, I know I don't like this. Let me change this. Let me change that. And then I literally went through every like step backs. I went through all of them and I just looked. Oh, I think I like that one. Add it to cart. Add a few to cart that I think I like. Apply one, try it. Didn't like it, apply another one, try it. Didn't like it. So that's literally what it's going to take, and that's how you get that's how you find stuff that you like. But again, you can use this as a template. We've done a lot of the work for you, us, like me and other creators, in the sense of like we've been playing a little bit more than you maybe, or I've like, you know, spent the time in the lab just trying to figure out specifically these things. So yeah, like take this and like a lot of the work is done for you already, but you should still like apply yourself and see what you do and don't like. And if you don't like something, just change it. Like, my word is not absolute, you know, like I'm not that good at the game. Like, you shouldn't just do whatever I say. Dribble pull up, I am using DeMar DeRozan, and I do like and prefer that, and we will talk about it. So these are my SIGs and animations. I will jump into the my court and we'll just talk about them and show them for a little bit. And I'll talk about, again, a few specific things. That way you guys can see, you know, how I'm using them, but I don't want to go over everything because, again, I'm just not that much of a dribble guy, but I will show you the things that I do regularly use for myself and why I use them. So the dribble pull-up, I'm using DeMar DeRozan, and the reason I'm using DeMar DeRozan is because of that. You get a fade. Now, when I am looking for a dribble pull-up personally, I'm not looking for a dribble pull-up as much as I'm looking for a fader, I guess you would say. And that's because I like my momentum to be continued in the direction that I'm going. So if I'm running to the left, I don't want to just stop and pull up and do a jumper. I want my momentum to continue and to carry. That way I continue the separation from the defender that I'm trying to create. So I run DeMar DeRozan. That is the most consistent and best fade animation that I've gotten, and I just like it. It is better to the left than it is to the right, but it's still good to the right. And I've tried pretty much every fader animation, and I just like DeMar DeRozan. Now, a few people have run DeMar DeRozan, but a lot of people are running like Pro 2 or Normal 2. I can never get fader animations out of those. Now, I've seen other people use them and get the fader animations, but I just can't do it. So I don't know. It's probably a me problem, but DeMar DeRozan dribble pull-up is what I'm running, and that right there is why. Again, I just like to continue my momentum in the direction that I'm going. That way I can continue my separation from the defender. And I pretty much use them in that scenario every time. I'll either be on a fast break or whatever it is, and I'll run straight down right here. And then instead of cutting in, which they think you're gonna do typically, I'll just run out. Or I'll even maybe like jab in a little bit and then go back out like this and get into that deeper corner. But I like to continue that separation. That way, if they do, you know, make up or try to make up for the distance that's been created, I'm not just stopped. I didn't just do a jab left and then stop and pull up. I did a jab left and then jumped and continued my motion to the left. So dribble pull up, that's what I'm running, and that's why. Post fades. Now, I'm running Devin Booker. I don't like love it. It is quick and unexpected, so there's that. But I don't love it, but I am running Devin Booker, and this is just a post fade. I mean, actually, I kind of do love it. I just don't use it a lot because I use these much more. Post hop shots. But let's talk about the post fade first. I'm running Devin Booker. It was good last year. It's good this year. We're on a 6-7. It creates a lot of good space, and I like it because it kind of has like look, he looks at the rim, you know what I mean, before he gets it. You got like that lag there, and then you release. Ooh, I made it. I thought I was gonna miss. So he spins and gets around. Some of them will be super fast where like you'll spin and you gotta release, but this one just makes sense in my brain that he spins, he turns around, and it looks like he like locks in on the rim, and then you release it. So that's why I'm running the Devin Booker post fade. And again, it also just, it is good. The timing works well for me. Like it makes sense in my brain, but it is a good one, and it just creates a lot of separation. Now, again, that's only one way as well. Let me try and see. I only pretty much use it that way, to be honest, but I mean, that's a nice one too, and it creates a lot of space. So Devin Booker post fade, that's what I'm using, and that's why I like it. And then post hop shots, I'm running the Pro 2. I love this. Now, I run this specifically because, and I don't know if other people do, this one I actually started using myself, as like not because someone else showed me. It's so much like Kobe's post hop shot from 24. It just really creates that space, and it's just a good jump, like a proper jump out and then a release. So I love that hop shot, and it's actually really good the other way too. And I never used hop shots this way in 24, but I like this one. It creates really good space. I missed it, but whatever. It creates really good space both directions. So I like this one a lot. Okay, there we go. I hit one. But post hop shot, I love that thing. And it's really good because like it's fast. So like you can, okay, so like if I'm running down court and like I get double teamed or whatever, like you can just spin real quick and just get right into it. Now you can probably do that with like any hop shot, but I just like this one. And with the space that it creates, it's just my favorite. I like it. And again, it's just so similar to Kobe's from last year, which is what I used all year. So it just works. But like if I was coming in here and I got doubled and then I just immediately posted and then jumped out, you're just taking so much momentum and then immediately stopping and then immediately jumping. Like it's just like from I'm going straight down to a quick stop to a big hop out, right? And because you're coming downhill, your defender's probably already backed off a little bit. So you're like, when you're in the post, you don't even have to be posting up against someone. I could be here and someone could be down under the rim, right? Or someone could be like here, like, oh my gosh, I didn't even try to do that. Someone could be like here, right? And I could be here, but whether they're on me or not, if I shoot from here, right? If I were to just come right here and then just do a pull-up jumper, that's not a lot of space for them to close out. Now, it might be open either way, but whether someone's on you or not, don't think you have to do a post fade by posting someone up. You don't. I'll literally do this on air and then hop out just to create that extra separation, which gives me a better shot percentage. So I like using that all the time. It's literally my go-to and my best shot that I have, my most consistent shot. So Pro 2 is what I'm using on that. I think it's Pro 2, but you guys saw the SIGS and animations, but I'm pretty sure it's Pro 2. But Pro 2 post hop shot, I love that. It creates a ton of space and it just looks really good, and it's super easy to time. It's really quick too, so you can get it out of there before anyone closes out on you. All right, so hop jumper. Now typically, so I've got two. Right now I'm running Jordan Clarkson. However, Devin Vassell is really good as well. Now, Jordan Clarkson's is good for dribble stuff, right? Like you get this glitchy animation here when you go from your weak hand to your strong hand. You get this super glitchy animation, and that's literally just holding right trigger and then just pulling it to the right to do the hop shot and then coming off of the stick to cancel it out. So if you're doing that and then you add in like a behind the back or even just whatever there, boom, like you're just, it just works really well and it creates a lot of space. So I really, oh, that went in. So I like that one, and I also like it to the left. So if I do go this way and then I do this and then I do that, I love the way that that combos as well. The little left hop jumper after like a behind the back really continues that motion to the left side. So if I'm here and then I want to just get a little bit more space, I can just jump over to the left a little bit more. And again, that's just doing a hop shot now to the left right after I do my behind the back. And I'm just holding the stick to the left and doing a hop shot there. So I like it in those scenarios. Where I don't like it is over here. It doesn't get that much space when you're actually using it as just like, well, I don't want to say just as a hop shot, but like I typically use hop shots like this, like instead of doing that fader, maybe I do a hop shot. Now I don't use it as much now. I just rely on the fader on that just because I know that my hop jumper doesn't create as much space as I would like it to going left or right. So typically I'll just go with the fader or I'll just pass out if whatever it is isn't there. I do like the hop shot more top of the key areas or just more in a dribble scenario like I showed you guys. However, in 2K24, I would always use a hop shot on that fast break. Instead of going for the fader, I might go for that hop shot. Like if I jab in, I would have two different choices. If I kept hitting him with the fader, then maybe one time I would hit him with the hop jumper. So I don't like this one in that case, which is why I use Devin Vassell. So if you guys want one that you can kind of continue that momentum, almost like a fader, and you're heading down towards the baseline, like coming downhill, I like Devin Vassell for that. It's much better to the left than it is to the right, but Devin Vassell works really well for that. But this Jordan Clarkson one is really glitchy, and with me just trying to get better with dribbling in general, I'm just trying to run it and just kind of just do different stuff. So that was horrible. Not intended or planned at all. So escape moves. Now I'm using Jimmy Butler because those are the best ones that I can get on like this build with these SIGs. But these escape moves like this, I love escape moves like this anyways, because I like, same with my HESi, I use Jason Tatum HESi. I like motions like that. Like to where they're elongated and they're flowy, because what I like to do out of something like this is immediately snap the other direction, right? So if I know, like I'm dragging my defender more methodically and slowly out and then quickly like applying opposite force, right? So I like doing ones like this because I can utilize them that way, and I'm not much of a dribbler, right? I like to get it done in 1-2 if I can, or I'm passing, right? So if I can just literally be here and do this and then get open because the defender is just a bad defender and he goes flying or just doesn't defend well, then great. If I can't, then you got to adjust on the fly, right? But I like hesitations like that because they're longer. A lot of people are running HESis that are a lot shorter. They're a lot more condensed. I just don't like them. They've never worked for me. So I like those longer ones. So I've got the Jason Tatum one on before. I think I had Chris Paul on, which I do unlock. And I think a lot of people are actually using that one. But again, I just like that longer motion. And same thing, sorry, with my escape moves. That's why I like Jimmy's. Now, Jimmy's are the best one I can get anyways, but I used them all year last year and they're exactly the same as they were. And I just like these because again, they're just long. So like you get that elongated movement and you can just, you know, do whatever out of it, and you can cancel out of this, right? So if I get escape move and then like, it's just good because you can go from that methodical, like slow movement into like some quick shit and then back into whatever, right? So that's why I like those. And then I also use this Jimmy Butler, let me do it in the mid range so I actually hit, but I use this escape move like this very often. So that is literally just doing the Jimmy Butler escape move and then pretty much immediately getting on X to shoot, and the momentum just carries you into a fader. And I used to do this a lot last year with Ja Morant hesitation, I think it was, because out of the triple threat, you could do the Ja Morant hesitation, and it was very similar. He would do this like 2-step super wide, and I would do those 2 steps and have it pull me into a fader. And when I was running my well, this year it's a 6'9" Bam Adebayo build that is coming, but when I was running my 6'8" Bam Adebayo last year, I would do that a lot. I would just have the mismatch being at the 5. I was a lot quicker, a lot faster. Yes, I might have been a little bit shorter, but I was just so much faster that out of the triple threat with a big man on me, and if they're playing a little back, I could just hit that escape move or hit that Ja Morant hesitation, I think it was, and go right into a fader, and it was almost guaranteed all the time. So Jimmy Butler escape moves are just good in general, but a glitchy little thing that I've used with them even last year that I love is just hitting it and then immediately letting it drag you into that fader. How usable is it? Like, it really just depends, but I do enjoy it. Oh, that was a hop jumper. But you could use it even in like a combo. I'm gonna try here, but so if I did this and then I did that, nope. So that one, I guess I hit it a little too early and he just pulled it up immediately. There we go. So you can use it, and I bricked it, but you can use it in a combo actually too. It's not as easy as you can see, but if you're just here, you know, and again, you just get one off, boom. It's just a nice glitchy little move, and it looks like, and if earlier I've been doing a lot more dribbling, right, and I've been doing like this escape and I've been snatching them back left or whatever it is, now I'm gonna go right and I'm not gonna snatch them back left. I'm just gonna continue my motion to the right. So that's with SIGs in general. Like, you literally just have to learn them and get familiar and comfortable with what you have and know, like, oh, when I do this move, like for instance, so I know that if I do a step back, the ball's gonna go into my right hand, right? And if the ball's in my right hand, then I know I can do a behind the back the opposite way. So if I do a step back and then a behind the back, oops, that was wrong. If I do a step back and then a behind the back like that, right? Either I get space or I don't. If I don't, you got to adjust on the fly, but I just am familiar with my moves. I know, okay, ball's in my left, like, and I'm thinking this all the time, like, okay, ball's in my left hand. I know it's going to go to my right hand. I know I can do a behind the back. I'm not hitting them right now. Boom. And if that doesn't work, then I can do the Jimmy Butler escape move, right? So this would be step back, behind the back, aggressive breakdown, step back again, right? And that's literally just me holding right trigger and flicking my stick in different directions. So if I do step back, behind the back, Jimmy Butler escape move, into a fader. Oh, it dropped, right? So like, just getting familiar, like, it's not just spam. Now, I am just like, when I'm in game and I'm trying to break someone down like that, I absolutely panic and I am just spamming, and then I end up getting plucked or just dribbling into someone. So I got to slow it down, and like, I just got to slow it all down. But it's not supposed to be that way. And as I get better, that'll change. But like, when I'm in here, it's very like, I know exactly what movements I'm doing, like in setting myself up. I know that this move puts it into my right hand, and once it's in my right hand, I can do this move or this move. And I know once I do that move, the ball ends up here, and then I can do this move or this move. So you've just got to learn your SIGs animations and get comfortable with them. Now, the behind the back that you guys are seeing, I mean, you guys saw the SIGs, that's Kawhi Leonard. Now, I like this one because it creates space from left to right, right? So the thing that I don't really have in my arsenal, I guess you would say, is I don't have something that really pulls me backwards too well in all of my moves. So I really like having something that brings me forward and that brings me backwards. That way I can like have those to rely on if I feel like I've created too much space this way, or if I've created too much space this way. I don't really have something to bring me backwards like I like, but I do have this behind the back, which instead of pulling me forwards, which all the other behind the back seem to kind of do for me, this one is a lot more, I guess you would say, like the Jamal Murray, if anything. Like, it just brings you actually to the left, maybe even to the left and back a little bit, rather than any forward momentum. With other behind the backs, I was just getting a little too much forward momentum, and I just didn't like it. And this one's just a lot easier to flow for me into other dribble moves. And that's just because, again, it's moving like from that left to right, which I really like left to right. So there's that. Now, for moving forward, I do have like moves that like bring me forward pretty like decently, at least enough, right? These are all bringing me forward. I wish I had something to bring me backwards. I don't. Now, you can go with certain go-to shots and you will get that. And again, I'm still labbing here to find out like what works for me, but I know that I like things like that. I like one thing that will take me forward, and I like one thing that'll take me back. Everything else is, I kind of like it to be left to right, because then I've got a ton of left to rights between combo moves, behind the backs, aggressive breakdown combos, and things like that. And then typically with a regular breakdown combo, I can get something that brings me forward, or with a step back, I can get something that brings me backwards. Now with the Halliburton step back, you're not really moving back too much. Like, you are, but it's more of a lateral movement, I feel like. And you're going left to right, like, if you know what I mean, you're not going literally straight back. So there's play there. However, in terms of like flowing it with dribble moves, especially for me, it's just so like you can literally just spam this thing. You could just spam it, like, so it just flows really well into dribble moves. How long I'll use it, I don't know. Right now I'm really loving it, but again, like if I can't find something that'll bring me back off of a defender if I need it, then I might have to change it if I can't find something elsewhere. Now, my regular breakdown combo, which is this right here, again, this is just something I actually use. So I like having on my regular breakdown combo, which is just flicking the stick up, not holding anything else, just flick the right stick up. I like having like a tween. Last year I used DeMar DeRozan. This year, this is the closest thing I can get to that. So if I'm like doing stuff and I just like kind of need to gather my thoughts, I'll do that. So like I've just got moves, whatever, right? And then I'll just do one of these and then see where I can go from there. And I just like that because like it helps me kind of gather my thoughts and it keeps me in place. It doesn't really move me too far forward or too far backwards or left to right. It's kind of just literally like a tween, which is really good to combo things. So if I do like a behind the back into that, just a behind the back to a 1-2 and then into whatever else, that just works well for me. So again, this is my regular breakdown combo, but I like just having those little like tweens that you can kind of just throw in there every once in a while. And for me, it just helps me like gather my thoughts as well as like just keeps me in one place. And what I mean by gather my thoughts is like it keeps me in one place and I know all I'm gonna do is a 1-2. Like whereas for instance, like if I do my aggressive breakdown combo, this is what's gonna happen. Right, and that's a lot. Like I kind of really have to watch my player and see what's going on to cancel that or whatever I'm gonna do. Whereas this, I can kind of survey the floor real quick and gather my thoughts. I can like, okay, who's open? I know I'm in a dribble move. I'm probably not gonna get plucked. Like I'm not just standing here. Like what's open? Who's open? Do I have a lane somewhere I can go, or is someone open and I'm not seeing it? So my like regular breakdown combo is just that quick little tween. You guys saw it in the SIGS and animations. I don't know which one it is. I can't remember, but I like using those specifically, like quick little tweens for the regular breakdown combo. Again, it just helps me gather my thoughts. So, and I'm pretty sure that's it, guys. So again, like if you guys want dunks or the dunk packages I'm running, just go watch Young Dirk's video. If you guys want proper dribble tutorials on like SIGS and animations and things like that, go watch Koza. And other than that, y'all, I think that's it. Hopefully this gave you guys what you were looking for. Someone just asked for the SIGS and animations. I probably went into more detail than I really wanted to or expected to, but I hope it helped you guys out in some way. Again, I'm not a dribble guy. That's just not my thing. But I do play this game and you have to dribble. So I'm trying to get better at it and I'm labbing as much as I can. But again, go check out the other people I've mentioned if you guys want like a proper tutorial. And a lot of these SIGS and animations also, guys, I'm using on my 6'9" Bam Adebayo build because he has like 75 ball handle and 75 speed with ball still. Now I didn't have to go that high and we'll talk about it when we get there, but I went that high anyways because I wanted the mismatch on the dribble moves. Because I suck so bad at dribbling, being able to make a center that can effectively be a center but also be a point, like a point center, that's where I shine because I am playing the mismatch. I'm cheesing it. I'm not that good of a dribbler. If you put me at the 1 and I get a lock on me or a proper defender or someone who's fast and that is faster than me most likely, I'm not going to do very well. But if I get to go to the 4 or the 5, especially the 5, and I've got like a 7'1" big man on me and I'm on a 6'9" build that only has 5 less ball handle than my current build and the same speed with ball, I'm getting creative and I'm really starting to shine. And it's just playing off the mismatch. It's no representation of how good I am. I'm just exploiting the mismatch. But that to say, the 6'9" Bam Adebayo build is coming, and all these animations, majority of these animations are on it. There's a few different ones, and honestly, I kind of like how that one plays. And again, it's a different play style. Although I could do pretty much what this build can do, I don't. It's just a different play style. I play differently at the 5 than I do at the 1 or the 2. So I'm not looking to go crazy, but I do still want to have a little bit more speed and lightning launch and things like that. So 6'9" Bam Adebayo build is coming. Kevin Durant build is coming. Chet Holmgren build is coming. And I think that's it. So I appreciate you guys. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want anything else specific. I've have a lot of people saying that maybe I'll just go ahead and talk about this. I have a lot of people saying let's open this up real quick. I have a lot of you saying in my dunk build, and I was gonna make a video specifically on it, but to be honest, I don't want to. So I'll comment on the video you guys are all commenting on, and I'll put it in here. It'll be real quick. We'll just sneak it in. A lot of people are saying that they can't get their dunk meter to pop up. If your dunk meter is not popping up, your dunk meter will pop up by default. You shouldn't even have to change any settings. It won't look like mine because it's going to be medium and it's going to be white. It's not going to be large and green, but I think it's because you guys don't know how to dunk. And I'm sorry, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but check it out. When you're running to the rim, you don't just flick the stick up and then pull it down, or flick it up and then flick it down. You have to hold the stick up and then hold the stick down. I didn't even get the meter there. So this is me. So in order to get this, okay, now I'm not getting it. This must be what you guys are doing. Now I'm thinking about it. So you have to do this. Okay, there we go. So maybe this is what you guys are doing because I just did it. You don't want to hold your stick up and then pull it down. You want to flick it up. You go up, down immediately. Then you hold it down until the arrow gets to where you need it, or down, up. It doesn't, this is me going down, up. Same thing, it doesn't matter. But you have to literally like this. Let's go big cam for you guys. Literally like this. You're here. When I go for that meter, I'm on turbo, right? And then, hold on. I'm on turbo, right? And then I'm going like that. So I'm going up, down, and then holding. You're not flicking and then pulling. You're not holding and then pulling. You're going up, down, or down, up. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's gonna work. But this is what you're doing. Up, down. But I'm never coming off of the stick. I'm going up, down. And then you hold it until the arrow gets up and you do the dunk meter thing, right? Until you green it. That's the goal. So a lot of you were saying that you couldn't get your dunk meter to pop up. What are my settings? Your dunk meter should naturally just pop up. So if it's not, you're doing something wrong. I assume if you're not doing something wrong, literally just look up how to dunk on 2K, because there are so many videos from so many other better and bigger creators than me who have already given you all the information you need. But to those of you who are commenting on our previous video about the dunk meter and whatnot, that's how you do it. You have to go up and then hold down, never come off the stick, not a flick. You guys saw it, I showed you. All right, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the videos. And thank you for giving me something to do when I am just super bored. I enjoy talking to you guys and I enjoy doing this. And it's because of the support that you guys are showing. So thank you. I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.